Today we have a few confirmation hearings that we need to finish up on and get done. First one I'm going to call up. It's going to be Senate nomination number 61, John Nicholas Nick Crutcher from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Mississippi Real Estate Appraiser Licensing Certification Board to represent the 4th Congressional District, unexpired 4-year term effective May 19th, 2021, and ending December 31st, 2024. And I believe we have Mr. Crutcher here with us on Zoom, I believe. Is that right? Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Nick, are you with us? There he is. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's see. Can we get him on there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Hey, Nick, how you doing, man?
Good. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you for being here. And Nick, if you'll just tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your qualifications and why you think you'd be a good representative for this board.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Well, I finished high school in Pearl, Mississippi, went to the University of Southern Mississippi, got my BS and master's degrees down there. Been a real estate appraiser since 1997 and certified residential. Love my work. Love working with the people, like working in the rural area. I have a BS and a master's degree, as I said, from Southern Miss. I'm past president of the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame there in Jackson. And it's just been an honor to be able to serve on the board. I appreciate the opportunity to do that.
Okay, all right, good. Just one question there, Nick. Noticing on your peer report here that there's some old tax liens that were filed. They're released in Lamar County. Can you just tell us a little bit about those, what the deal was there?
I didn't know we had any tax liens. I didn't know that.
It just says that there were several that were filed in Lamar County against a business, Crutcher Unlimited Inc. within the past 7 years. State tax liens filed and released under Crutcher Unlimited Inc. since 1991. One of these falling within the 7-year review period.
Oh, was that in 1991?
Yeah, it's been way back, or since 1991, it says.
Yeah, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
I'm a little entrepreneur too, and so I started a shoe business, and I was manufacturing shoes, and so I went to the tax commission there, and I was making all the shoes for pizza around the United States. And so I asked the tax commission, do I need to charge sales tax? And they said, no, because you're selling them. We were making them overseas, of course, shipping in here and then going to all the different states in the United States. And he said, no, because the sales tax will be collected in each state. So I did that. And then about, 2 or 3 years later, I get a tax lien. And so I went here to the Hattiesburg, up here to the tax people here. They sent it to Jackson. I appealed it and went before the committee. And the tax commission up on the Woolfolk building just a long time ago now. I'm trying to recall this. And anyway, I debated my case and I won it because they realized that I had the original piece of paper and the original check where one of the tax commissioners had bought a pair of shoes from me and didn't even charge sales tax. And I said, well, he works for the tax commission. If I was supposed to charge sales tax, he would have charged it himself in the check. And so the commission agreed and they dismissed the tax lien. That was it.
Okay, good deal. Thank you for explaining that for us.
Yes, sir.
Anybody got any other questions for Mr. Crutcher? Checking the rest of his peer report, everything else seemed to be checking out fine. If there's no other questions, anybody got a motion? Motion's advised and consent. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? All right, Mr. Crutcher, we got you approved and we will bring you before the full Senate here in the next day or so.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate you joining us.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Bye.
All right, we're going to skip around just a little bit on the calendar. We're going to go to number 3 on the calendar, Senate nomination 135, Charles Tyler Norman, Meridian, Mississippi, State Board of Contractors as the roofing contractor, 5-year term beginning July 1st, 2022 and ending June 30th, 2027. And Mr. Norman is here. He's coming on up. If you'll have a seat right there. You go by Tyler, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Tyler. Well, we appreciate you coming down today. Thank you for being here with us. All right, will you tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your qualifications?
Yes, sir. Norman Roofing Company out of Meridian. We're a commercial roofing company. That's
I don't know if that-
I'm sorry,
That's okay.
I'm not pushing this right. Like most family businesses, I've been involved with it since I was about,
Right.
and I've been on the board for.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, just punch it. It should say.
Okay.
Yep, you're good now.
Okay.
There you go.
But I've been on the board for 5 years already, and I've got experience with dealing with that and seen a lot of things. We've got a great executive director, and we have a lot of important functions, and I really enjoy being part of that, and I appreciate the opportunity for the reappointment.
That's my little green button now. One thing on your report there, back in 2008, DUI, but everything seems to be resolved on that. Everything's clear and fine there, right? No other instances since then, right?
A little embarrassing, it is. When I was at Ole Miss, we were the #3 party school in the country. That was a last night of a fall semester. It was a Christmas party, and I've got 2 young daughters now, and know how irresponsible that was. So, yeah.
It could happen to any of us. So yeah, thank you for explaining that right there. Anybody got any questions for Tyler? Any questions? All right, Tyler, everything else on your report checks out fine. You obviously served on this board, know how this board works. If there's no questions, is there a motion? There's the advising consent. The motion's advising consent. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? And the motion passes. Thank you for being here, Tyler. Appreciate you coming, man.
Thank you,
Thanks
Mr.
a lot.
Chairman.
All right. All right, the next one we're going to go to is Senate nomination number 151, Thomas Henry Tommy Klein Sr., Fulton, Mississippi State Board of Contractors as the plumbing or heating and AC contractor, 5-year term beginning July 1st, 2022 and ending June 30th, 2027. Now, Mr. Klein couldn't be with us here today. This is just another reappointment. He's been on this board for a long, long time. Peer report checked out fine. I do think we got Mr. Sparks here that would speak on his behalf just a little bit, though. Just tell us a little bit about him. Go ahead, Senator Sparks.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, Klein has been in business since about 1978. They serve several locations across the Southeast with design, fabrication, and service in the HVAC world. And they have, from small jobs to big jobs across the country, but known Mr. Klein for several years. And as you stated, I believe this may be a 4th reappointment, but I appreciate the consideration, and I would certainly move at the proper time with a motion to support advising consent.
I believe now is the proper time, and the motion is advising consent. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? And the motion carries, and that passes as well. Thank you, Senator Sparks. And the last one, and only reason I brought her to the end of the thing was we've got some young bankers downstairs. They were hoping to be in here during the committee meeting to listen to this. That's the only reason we moved her down to the end. But obviously, I think they've got tied up with the Lieutenant Governor downstairs. So we'll go ahead and get Miss Teresa Dunn. No, Miss Teresa, if you'll come up to that chair up here. This is Teresa Brady Goldberg, Tupelo, Mississippi, State Board of Banking Review to represent the 3rd Supreme Court District, unexpired 5-year term effective immediately and ending March 23rd, 2026. Ms. Goldberg, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And if you'll just tell us a little bit about yourselves and your qualifications.
Okay. Again, please excuse my voice today. It's a little bit of laryngitis going on. I'm a graduate of Mississippi State University. My first job out of college was a bank examiner with Department of Banking. From there, I went to law school. Then I worked at the State Treasurer's Office for a little while. I also worked in the City of Jackson Legal Department. Then I came back over to Department of Banking as the Director of the Consumer Finance Division and stayed in that position for a while, then ended up being Deputy Commissioner and commissioner, and then if finished out as deputy commissioner and retired in 2013. So.
Thank you, ma'am. Looking at your peer report, everything checks out fine. There are no red flags. Everything's clean on it. I think we have Senator McMahon that would like to speak on your behalf. So Senator McMahon.
Mr. Chairman, thank you for recognizing me. I have met Ms. Goldberg in the past, and her family are leaders in Tupelo and Lee County. They contribute to charities, and they're really a source of she was not from Tupelo, but she got there as quick as she could. So, but a lot of her family has been in Tupelo for many years. We're fortunate that someone of her caliber has chosen to serve. Thank you for that. Really appreciate it. And I have a motion that we do advise and consent.
She just hadn't been to Simpson County yet.
The truth is, when he skipped you, I got worried and I started lobbying the chairman. So I'm glad I was able to get you to the
Well, hopefully it
table,
works.
Ms. Goldberg.
All right, the motion is that we do advise and consent. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? And that passes as well. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
And I'd like to say thank you to the committee. Thank you for all you've done this year, all your hard work. This will be our last meeting, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So with that, is there a motion to rise and report? Let's do it.